Access Solutions.
Hi guys, I'm Glenn, your host from Renoxa Solutions, and I'm absolutely thrilled to welcome you to another exciting episode of Renoxa Solutions. Today we've got something colorful and artistic in store for you. Check this out guys, we've got a fantastic set of 24 beautiful oil pastels, and they're none other than the Mont Marte brand. Now, if you're an art enthusiast like me, you know that the right tools can make all the difference in the world when it comes to your creative projects. So in these episodes, we're going to dive deep into this Mont Marte oil pastels. We'll be exploring their colors, quality, and how they perform in various artistic applications. Whether you're a seasoned artist or just starting your creative journey, stick around because you're in for a treat. Alright, let's get started and unleash the artistic potential of these Mont Marte oil pastels. So I snugged this awesome set of Mont Marte oil pastels for less than 30 kina at TUD's in Port Moresby. Now I know this might not be the top of the line brand, but sometimes you can find hidden gems at affordable prices, right? So we're not going to dive into creating a full-fledged portrait, but we'll definitely put these Mont Marte pastels to the test. We're going to focus on two key aspects: their color quality and their blending abilities. These are crucial factors when it comes to creating any artwork, whether it's a portrait, landscape, or abstract masterpieces. Well, some people say that size matters, but when it comes to art supplies, yes, it matters. This Mont Marte oil pastel seems to strike that perfect balance. They're not too big, making them comfortable to hold, and they're not too short either, which means you won't run out of color too quickly. Holding them feels just like your regular oil pastel should, and that's a great start for any artist. When you pick up one of these Mont Marte oil pastels, you'll notice that the label displays the brand name clearly and identifies it as an oil pastel. Plus, you'll find the name of the color right there on the label. But here's a little tip: make sure to memorize the color names because as you use these pastels and get lost in your artistic flow, you might end up tearing apart that label. It's happened to the best of us, so knowing the color names can save you some guesswork later on. If we compare one of these Mont Marte oil pastels to a Staedtler mechanical pencil, you'll notice that the pencil is just slightly thicker than the body of the pencil and about half of its length. Now, considering how comfortable it is to hold a pencil like this Staedtler, a slightly thicker oil pastel shouldn't pose any problems at all. Comfort is key when it comes to creating art, and it sounds like these pastels have been designed with that in mind. So don't worry about the size, it won't make a significant difference in your creative process. I have a Strathmore paper here, and it is known for its excellent tooth, which is fantastic for colored pencils and various other mediums. Now let's find out if it's also a good match for these Mont Marte oil pastels. These Mont Marte oil pastels have a texture that's just right in the middle. They're not overly creamy like butter, but they're not too hard like crayons either. It's that sweet spot that makes them versatile for various artistic techniques. But here's the kicker: they smudge easily. Picture this: it's like scratching a frozen stick of butter on your paper. That might sound a bit quirky, but it's a good thing. This smudging characteristics is super handy for blending and creating those smooth, dreamy transitions in your artwork. So keep that in mind as we keep experimenting with these oil pastels on our trusty Strathmore paper. It's all about finding the right tools to unleash your creative genius. We're putting this white Mont Marte oil pastel to the test, and guess what? It's leaving its mark just as it should. How cool is that? I'm just going to go ahead and continue with using the remaining colors. Please sit back and relax while I go through them all. Alright guys, we're about to dive into an interesting experiment here. We've got our blue and yellow Mont Marte oil pastels, and instead of smudging them together, we're going to layer each color on top of the other. It's an unconventional blending technique, but it might just give us some surprising results. I'm pretty stoked to see how these colors interact without traditional blending, so let's go ahead and watch the magic happen as we layer that blue and yellow. Who knows what kind of artistic surprise are in store for us today? Let's find out. Oh, this is exciting. Check it out. When we layer that yellow on top of the blue, it's creating this gorgeous green shade right in the middle. And the best part, the intensity of that green varies depending on how much yellow we apply. It's like a color blending party happening right before our eyes. As we add more blue to the mix, that green color just keeps getting deeper and richer. It's like we're unlocking different shades of green right here on our canvas. You know what guys, blending without smudging can actually be pretty cool if you're not going for the ultra realistic look. It adds this unique texture and a distinct touch of the medium itself to your art. Now let's go ahead and repeat the process, but this time we're going to apply smudging to blend the two colors. I'm just going to use my index finger because I don't have my paper stump with me. Let's go ahead and see how it fares. Looks awesome. It seems like when we blend with smudging, we get a smoother transition from blue to yellow, and the beautiful green in between becomes much more pronounced. It's like we're painting with layers of colors, and the results are speaking for themselves. Alright, folks, now we're getting into some serious business. Mixing colors to mimic those skin tones. It's a must know skill for any artist, especially if you're into portraits and figurative art. So here's the plan, we're going to mix some darker brown with the flesh tone and then we'll give it a good smudging to blend them together. Not bad at all, right? I mean, for a first timer like me, I'm pretty stoked about how that skin tone turned out. It's all about learning and experimenting, and I think we're on to something cool here. Starting out with Mont Marte as a beginner in the world of oil pastel seems like the right call. It's not breaking the bank, but the quality is totally decent for creating some serious good artwork. Alright folks, that's a wrap for today. Thanks a million for tuning in. If you found this video useful, you know the drill. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, goodbye and keep rating.